you have had the experience of trying to apply your will to the dilemma of, how to lose weight or how to heal your relationship with your food. So, you get on a diet and you willpower through the diet, or you willpower your way through your food choices. And maybe you get some positive results and that feels really good. And then at a certain point, that willpower breaks down. It doesn't work anymore. And then often from that, what happens is there's a self-recrimination. And this is something that we do as women, right? We as women tend to blame ourselves for everything. It's all my fault. And we think, well, I didn't have enough willpower. But I want to suggest to you that willpower, um, trying to come to these issues from a place of willful control, it's it's not bad per se. Like we need a certain measure of that. We can't completely surrender our willpower. But if we're just trying to do it on our own, it's just a matter of time until that willpower just breaks down, because it's a very finite energy. We can only willpower for so long. So I want to talk a little bit about the wise use of will, but I want to tie it back into worry. So, we willpower our way through things. We can also worry, right? So maybe while you were dieting, or maybe while you were doing your weight loss regimen or whatever, there can be a lot of hope and fear at work, right? The hope that I really get to where I'm going to, I really achieve my goal. I really get to where I'm going to go. And then the fear, like, oh shit, is this going to be another one of these things that I do that doesn't work, right? The hope and fear, the hope and fear. All of that fueled by worry. So I want to suggest to you that there is a larger bank of energy that you can plug your will into, just like plugging in an electric car, right? You know, an electric car can only run so far on its own energy, and then it has to go to the repowering station. So I want to suggest that there is a much, much greater source of power that you can plug into that will make all the challenges of your life, I don't know if it'll make them easier, but perhaps what it will do is give you more equanimity and a little more spaciousness and a little more perspective. And yeah, I think that ease could come along with that. And that is plugging into the infinite ocean, power bank, source of the wisdom that is greater than our own being, or what we can call divine wisdom, or the wisdom of God, or the wisdom of the goddess, however you define that. We can think that we're controlling things by worrying about them. We can think that we're controlling, other people, or controlling ourselves, or control, like we worry about the world, the condition of the world right now, like what's going to happen. We think that we're doing something by worrying, but worrying is really taking your precious life force and kind of spiraling it down the drain. So I'm not going to say don't ever worry again, because of course we are going to worry, but to just recognize, I want to invite you to just start to recognize that worrying, it isn't really going to serve you, and it isn't really going to serve others. And that rather than like spinning inside your own head with worry, you can take that energy of worry, or take that energy of willpower. And again, this goes back to the thyroid and being conscious of our energy and how we navigate. Taking that energy and plugging it into the divine source and surrendering it, and saying to the God of your understanding, you know what? I'm really scared. I'm really worried. I'm really nervous. And I want to give this energy over to you. And I want you to take it and turn it into something helpful, something useful. Turn it into wisdom, turn it into insight, turn it into understanding, turn it into aligned action.